I grew up in a small trailer park close to Duncan on Vancouver Island. It was very tiny. I lived here until I was 15, and then my parents divorced, which resulted in me and my mom and my brother and my cousins living in what was essentially a crack house, or a former crack house, more technically, until my mom and her boyfriend moved into a house and took me with them, while my brother basically lived with my father in the same trailer park. And that lasted for a year until he moved back with my mom, and I went into childcare where I lived with my best friend for all of grade 12 in the system, basically. And then I got accepted into my car, moved to Vancouver, was glad to be somewhere besides the small, tiny town that I have known all my life, which was pretty hard because, as a queer trans person, tiny towns are often not where you feel most comfortable. It was hard to even accept my sexuality, more or less my gender. It's very alienating being the queer kid. It automatically makes you an outcast. I didn't tell my family until last year. It felt like a guilty secret I had to keep. Being afraid to be who you are is, it's like you live in a lie that you fabricate, and being so unauthentic feels like having to put on a mask. If I was afraid to be, open about that, and so gender was I didn't even let myself think about it, or the internal reflection necessary to realize, really. I had this kind of crisis about my own identity, which led me to cutting my hair and then researching about HRT. Now that I am 3 months on testosterone, I've felt more so like myself. I know more of who that really is, and I'm becoming that slowly. I think art really is free therapy. If you can't afford a therapist, writing and making art about how you feel inside is very, very rewarding, because when you take what's going on in your head and you find a way to express that, then that mental burden is lessened, and you feel better. You feel better after you put that out there. I felt recently like all of my attention has been being ripped into 1,000 pieces, because there's so much to think about lately. It's like, how do you expect me to do my schoolwork and make anything for myself right now? It's just such a violent and unpredictable moment. I think I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I think that that's also a shared feeling. It's like everyone you see on the streets kind of also feeling the way you feel. If I found a way to stop time, I think that I'd actually try meditating, because there's only so many hours in a day, and I'm like, where did all that time go? That I'll never get back, ever. Life is so fast and so unpredictable that I need a breather, and I wish that I could just depart from my body and stop the clock.